Oh, it's going very, very well. There's a lot to chat about. The signings are doing superb. The Patreons are doing superb. The club is on a whole is on a high. But we have two massive games coming up in this episode. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the Journeyman Save. I'm Coach Left Foot and we are in charge of Man United and everything is going pretty darn well. We're on a bit of a weird screen here. This is sort of twofold. The first reason is we've had quite a lot of injuries. We've had 4 first teamers and Jan Petric just coming back from an injury as well. But it shows that we're getting over the hump of injuries, which is really, really good. We've also got Man City today. That's who we're going to be playing in just a hot second. And, excuse me, we're currently third in the Premier League, which is, you'd think, yeah, that's okay. So we'll have a look at the league table as we're in there. So we're Man United, Tottenham are above us by 2 points, and Man City are above us by 5, they've only lost one game to Everton 2-1. They've won 8 of their 9. They've beaten Arsenal, Hull, Stoke, Leicester, Wolves, West Ham, Sunderland, and Birmingham. We're in third, so Tottenham have lost 2. They lost to us 7-2. We'll get onto that in a minute. And Leicester 4-2. But they've won 7 games, being Arsenal, Hull, Stoke, Wolves, West Ham, Sunderland, Birmingham. And then we're in third, and we'll get onto our results in a minute. But as you can see, it's all pretty tight. The 5-point gap to Man City, then there's only 2 between us. And then 19, 19, 19, 16. So it really is a tight table at the top after 9 games. However, just above my head, Arsenal currently sit in 20th place, played 9, won none, drawn 3, lost 6, goal difference minus 15. Also worth pointing out, goal difference 18. We're going to get onto that in a minute as well. Marco Toss leading the goals, 13 goals in 9 league games. Incredible. Joint top assist average rating, 8.08 with Cesar Augusto from Liverpool. So 2 new signings doing well there. No one in the top assists, which is quite interesting, spreading them around. We have Marco Toss is joint top of player of the matches. Goalkeeper aren't in the clean sheets. And Robbie Robson, I've just called him Robbie Robson. Is that Richard Robson? Robbie Robson sounds a lot better. He's second in the amount of yellow cards in the season with 3. As you can see, we do have still got quite a number of large injuries, but they're not really affecting us that much at the moment. So, moving on to the schedule. We were last together for the loss against Liverpool. 2-0 we lost. We then went and spanked Ipswich 5-1. Bacon getting a goal, Hernandez getting a goal, and Marco Toss getting a hat-trick. Newcastle beat us 1-0. Octavio scored a penalty, and then we just couldn't break them down. And that sort of... something clicked in this game. Basically, Zivkovic got a 6.6, Vargas got a 6.6, Rashford came on and got a 6.5. And I got really pissed off with my wingers, so I just completely abandoned them, and it worked wonderfully well. We went to, we had Rio Avio in the Champions League group. So our group is Rio Avio, Spartak Moscow, and Real Madrid. And we haven't lost the game yet. 7-1 we beat Rio Avio. We played a 3-4... No, we didn't. We played a 3-4-3 formation. I'll get there eventually. A 3-4-3 formation with wing-backs, and it was incredible. Well, as you can tell, we won 7-1, and the results suggest that it's been working brilliantly. Rashford, Bacon, and Marco Toss were leading the line, and Marco Toss has helped himself to 4 goals. A penalty, 2 penalties, and then another 2 goals. Callum Bacon got a goal, and Rashford got one 3 minutes into the game, and then an own goal made it 7. After that, we played Southampton for the first time in 2 games and beat them 4-1. Bacon, Bird, Wood, and Marco Toss getting the goals. Then we played Southampton and we won 3-0. Bacon getting a brace and Paulo Gomez getting his first for the club. We then beat Bournemouth 5-1. So we don't keep clean sheets, but again, we'll get onto that in a minute. Claude Adiopong, Marco Toss getting a hat-trick, and Lukaku coming on and getting a 92nd minute goal. We beat Spartak Moscow to keep our Champions League run on the go. Macaulay and Hernandez getting the goals. We then drew 0-0 with Chelsea. Both teams equaling each other out, and we played a little bit more defensive because they were doing quite well at that point in the league. They played on counter-attacking style and neither team really clicked. We then played Watford and won 4-2. Marco Toss getting another 2 goals. Lukaku and Rashford getting them. All around good performances. Ramadan Sobhi scoring an own goal on a rare outing in the game. But he's actually impressed me while he's been playing, to be honest, other than that. We then, when we were going to do Real Madrid and Tottenham as our live com, but I realised then we had Man City and Real Madrid, which is a bit more of a Man United-esque game. Real Madrid, we won 2-0. Keith Bird, 71st minute, and Lukaku hitting them on the counter-attack in the 92nd minute. Really, really good performance. Absolutely unbelievable. Tottenham 7-2 we won. We went 1-0 up after 5 minutes. Levy, their star striker, well, Harry Kane is their star striker. He was injured. Levy came in, who's also a very good striker, and scored straight after us from kickoff. And then what we did, we had a really good tactic. It was basically kick the shit out of Kobe Levy. He got injured and they lost all of their impetus. Marco Toss scored in the 19th. Lukaku scored in the 36th and the 46th. Marco Toss then scored in the 54th and the 75th. Jonathan Lecco grabbed a goal back to make it 6-2. But Thomas Dyson scored his first goal of the season in the 92nd minute. And it was just so good. And we're going to come back to that game very, very quickly in a minute. Then we played in the Carabao Cup. We won 5-1. We played a very rotated team. We kept a similar back three. Michael Wood, Paulo Gomez and Lovro, who's done very well since being at the club. Gary Hicks, a youngster, came in at right wing back and did very well. Benny Balaret's got a goal at left wing back. Jan Petrovic played the full 90 minutes even though he suffered an injury. Joel Pacheco got his first goal from the penalty spot. Ramadan Sobhi got a 9.5 and scored. David Neres was still terrible, so he's going to be sold. Zivkovic got a 9 and scored as well. Lindelof came on. Jed Land Piet is a goalkeeper. He came on with about a minute to go, just because we had a bit of time, and we were 5-1 up. And Tufik Musai got his first goal for the club as well, who is our hot prospect at the club at the moment, which is really, really good. Now, this Spurs game, I just want to go back to it, and it's just going to load. This is summing up this new tactic completely. 7-2-1. Look at these stats. It was pretty even in stats, but the amount of chances we create with this formation. 5 clear-cut chances, 6 half chances. I'm amazed we didn't score more. We hit the woodwork twice, 12 shots on target. We give up possession in this tactic. We really do give it up. We still get into the box. That's where most of our shots and most of our efforts come from. It's back to basics with this formation. It really is back to basics. We only have, I think, 3 instructions that start the game, and then we adapt it as it goes through the game. I use the analysis tool a lot more in this skin because you can see so much more in one screen. It's really, really helpful. As you can see, with our heat map, as it shows, we don't really do that much with it in any one given location. It's also odd to think that there was a lot of drifting in from the strikers. It works so well, and there's different ways you can match it up against teams that you're going to be weaker than and teams that you're going to be stronger than, and I'm really, really enjoying it. We're winning, which always helps with Football Manager. This moving to Man United, spending money, and having a really good chance of success with a tactic that apparently works, it's reinvigorated my love for this Journeyman Save. And I'm even tempted, if we win the Champions League with Man United, to stay on with this save and make it a sort of like a youth academy challenge or a 1 signing per season challenge or something like that. But that could be a long way ahead. We could get knocked out of the Champions League very, very early on. Now on to the tactic. It's a 3-4-3 formation with wing backs, as I said. More direct passing. We get it up front as soon as we can, generally looking for Lukaku. Whip in those crosses, because if Dyson's coming down the left or even Ballarts has pushed all the way on, Toss and Lukaku are looking at the back post. Anything that's spilt, Dyson will try and pounce on it. Oh, I really could have made a vacuuming joke then. Dyson will hoover them up, is what I should have said. Closing, well, get ready for that, because that's going to be said a lot now. We closed them down a little bit more, but again, that's adjusted in the game, and we just generally use tighter marking, which is good because we've got 4 very good centre-backs, including Lovro. Obviously, this doesn't have wingers, so we're looking to sell all of our wingers, and luckily, most of them are all wanted, which is very, very nice indeed. Now, I know I promised a couple of people to show some things in the next episode, but in this episode, I really want to do a 2-game episode because we've got Man City and Real Madrid, so we're going to crack on into the games in a minute. Next episode, I'm going to do a 1-match live com and then we're going to go and look at Ballon d'Or winners, how the other leagues around the world are doing, what some people are up to in their lives, what all the old clubs from my career are doing, and have they pushed on, have they regressed, and we'll cover all of that in the next episode, and it will be a sort of like a mid-season review is what we'll call it, because we're probably going to come back around about the January time, because I'm enjoying this so much I'm actually playing quite a lot of it off camera, which is I think the sign of a really good save, because I want to get home and play it every single day, which I think is really good. But enough of that, we're going to get into the game. That is the team we're putting out today, with Robbie Robson being injured. I know that's not really his name. And yeah, let's proceed to the match. We're playing Man City. We are away at the City of Manchester Stadium. We have Max Bailey. I forgot to mention, Damien Freshwater is injured for like 3 months or something. So Bailey's been thrust into the first team and done very, very well. Wood, Gomez and Sibo at the back. Adjapong and Balart as the wing backs. Pogba and Hernandez, who will get over running midfield, but that's why we have Gomez on a covering defender role, because it allows, if the wing backs come in and they put a cross in, Gomez is generally there to clear it up. And if one of these defenders has to go and push on and take over the midfielders, Gomez can then cover him on his side. It works really, really well. Up front, Toss on the right, Lukaku through the middle and Dyson on the left. On the bench, we have youngster Macaulay, Rashford, Sobey, Pacheco, Lindelof, Lovro and Land Pete. On the bench as well, they have Ryan Sessegnon. How's he progressed in this game? Yeah, pretty good. He looks pretty useful. So into the dressing room we go. Obviously, assertively do this for the fans. And let's get this game underway. We'll send Gary Neville, our new assistant manager, to go and take care of that press conference. But here we go. And straight away, Man City are on the attack from kickoff. Bellerin with the ball in, Bailey with an easy save. We're away, so I'm going to drop it down to counter to start with, and we'll see what happens. Bernardo over the free kick, ball in, headed sort of clear, falls to Rob Holding. Rob Holding holds it on the edge, back to Bernardo Silva, into Holding again, back to Bernardo Silva. Cuts in field, he'll have a shot, it's blocked. And Ndongo picks it up, shoots from range, not very troubling at all for Bailey in goal. So we get the ball in midfield, Manella clears it though, Martinez will run at the defence, we have 3 back there. He's got round 1, into Moises Keane, into Ndongo, through 1-on-1, he's hit the bar, it's come off the back of Max Bailey and we've cleared it into safety. So we've got a few more subscribers joining the channel now, which is really good as Man City attack whilst I'm chatting about this. And because I haven't done a question in a while, Martinez puts it in, but someone was offside. I'm not too sure who it was, but it's been disallowed. So we haven't done this in a while. I want to do a question. I want to try and do a question every couple of episodes for you guys to answer. Bernardo Silva, they're trying to work something off the training ground, and Ndongo back to Keane, blocked. And now there's a huge counter-attack on. Dyson, through to Toss. Marco Toss, the striker in form, 1-on-1 with Ederson. He's chipped him, and it's in off the post. Marco Toss, you are incredible. I cannot wait to see that in 3D. So, just a huge clearance from that botched set piece that they had there. And Marco Toss running through, 1-on-1, little dink in off the side netting lob. Beautiful stuff. So, going back to what I'm going to say, I'm really interested now. More subscribers are picking up and more people commenting, which is great in the comments below. Keep that up. Who do you support? If you're a new subscriber or we haven't chatted for a while, let me know in the comments below. Who do you support? I'm a Man United fan, hence why this is really good. I've also got a very big soft spot for NK Maribor, as you would imagine. From my series as Moises Keane makes it 1-1 at the back post. Just as I'm trying to drum up some chat with you guys, Moises Keane drops in and puts us back down to 3rd position. But yeah, I'm a Man United fan. Massive soft spot for NK Maribor. I've got a few soft spots for some other foreign teams as well. But Man United is how I live and breathe football. But Moises Keane at the back post, a very easy finish. So let me know down below, who do you support? So we've had a long boot upfield from Max Bailey. Dyson brought it down well. Into Balart. Balart up to Lukaku. Stones with an easy header. Dyson through to Lukaku. Can he hold it up? He does, but his pass is poor. But it's robbed. Marco Toss is in. Ederson, what a save. Marco Toss robbing John Stones. And Man United get a corner. And we are playing very well. And this formation just really seems to work for us at the moment. As Bellerin comes forward, it's hoof long. And that'll be that. Ball forward. Martinez looked offside, but nothing's given. Bellerin into Berg. Back to Manel. Ndongo. Good block. And Pogba's there. But he's given it away and he's through on goal. Oh, Lautaro Martinez makes it 2-1 to City. And we're going to go on to standard just to try and take the game to him a little bit. Paul Pogba with he's been so good. He was someone who, when we first did this formation, I actually dropped him because his fitness and his pace really gets caught out in the middle. It was Keith Bird and Victor Hernandez that started in the middle of the park for us. But since Keith Berg got injured, Paul Pogba's actually come in and done very, very well in there. So that's unfortunate for him. But Man City are getting the better of the game as Martinez flicks on and Rob Holding is at the back post to make it 3-1. And we need to look at some analysis, I think, here. So they're pushing very, very high. They are pressing us very, very high at the back. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna stick on the counter. We're gonna go back to the counter because of how high they're pushing us. But we're actually gonna go. We're gonna pump it forward and we're gonna pass into the space. Don't want to do that. No, we're just gonna do that and pass into the space behind them. We're actually gonna sit. We're gonna sit slightly deeper. We're gonna up the tempo. We're not gonna close them down as much. I don't think we just can't afford to be drawn out of our positions that we're playing at the moment. I think that's what might be happening. As you can see, getting dominated in that midfield. Just need Lukaku to get into the game a little bit more with his height and his presence. But we have a throw in, Balazs to Pogba, into Dyson. He's tackled, it's not a penalty. Ederson, Stones, hurried clearance and Balazs picks it up. Pogba into Hernandez, into Toss. Marco Toss is tackled. It comes to Lukaku. Good ball out to Adjapong. Ball across. Lukaku, oh, he's hit the post. Corner. Hernandez, left-footed. Swings it in. Bellerin with a clearance and Dongo will pick it up. But we should get numbers back, and we do, which forces him into a sort of wayward clearance. And Marco Toss flicks that onto Dyson. Dyson shoots. Hernandez will pick up the block and gets to the byline. It's a terrible cross. And that will probably see us through to half-time. Or maybe it won't, because Man City come again. Ndongo or Ndong into Keane. Moises Keane to Berge. Berge to Martinez. Back to Keane. Keane is sort of put under pressure, but not tackled. Berge. Ndong's through. And it's 4-1. They are ripping through us. And I don't really know where to go. Well, I knew this would happen. We're on amazing form. I come back for a live com with a great formation that's working really well. And then it all goes tits up. So I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I know we're going to go a little bit more defensive in some situations. They've changed to a 4-3-3 for the second half, which is very, very interesting. I'm going to aggressively say I expect to see a much better showing in the second half, which fires everybody up. Tactically wise, I mean, we're not keeping the ball anyway, so we are going to pump it long. We're going to go route one and just try and hit. We're going to hit the early crosses. Let's try and hit Lukaku as much as we can. We're going to sit slightly deeper. We're going to go back to a normal tempo. Don't use the tighter marking. That could be undoing us. And we're going to go from there. We're going to go from there, I think. We have got players we can bring on to mix it up. I mean, look, they're just stifling Lukaku. Pogba's not having a very good game. I'm tempted to bring on Pacheco, but it's a very big game for him. Defence, all on the... Literally everybody I've picked up is playing terrible. Classic Football Manager. They have changed to a 4-3-3, so it's going to be their three strikers against our three at the back. See how that pans out. Marco Toss to Adjapong from the kickoff to Pogba. Pogba to Lukaku. Lukaku all the way out to Balazs, who's got a bit of space. Balazs ball in. Lukaku. Dyson hits the post. Oh, it's going to be that sort of game. Sibbo all the way out to Adjapong, which is a good ball. Marco Toss straight down the line. Square it. He does. Dyson tried to head it back to Lukaku. We needed a better cross from Marco Toss there. Balazs again with that ball out to Adjapong. That is something this formation does really well. Marco Toss, ball in, Dyson, holds it on again. Dyson back to Pogba. He's got all the right-hand wing-back, whose name I forget. Adjapong. Pogba now finds Adjapong. There we go. Adjapong down the line again to Marco Toss. It's like on replay. This ball in. Man City aren't going to withstand all of these crosses, surely. Balazs, Pogba, back to Balazs, into Dyson. Dyson, back to Balazs, into Hernandez. Oh, he shoots just wide. Pogba is going to come off and he is going to be replaced by Pacheco in that advanced playmaker role. And I think we're going to go for just all-out pace. We're going to put Marco Toss into the middle. Rashford is going to come on for some pace against the big adversary of his career, Man City. Probably then going to look to either change one of the centre-backs or Hernandez after that, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, again, the chances we've created, 2 off the woodwork, 2 clear-cut chances and 3 half chances. We've done enough to get the goals in this game. It's just so unlucky. And I do think Freshwater as well is, in the big game like this, he is a big miss as Di Amico shoots. And yeah, Freshwater, I don't know, maybe it's one game too much for Max Bailey in goal. As we're actually going to bring on Lovre for a big game against Man City. Why not? Bellerin, there's a bit of an overlap on for Bellerin here. He uses Moise Keane down the line, ball across, headed away. A penalty. What the hell was that a penalty for? We won the header. Oh, to make it 5-1, and to be incredibly embarrassing. And Dongo sends Bailey the wrong way and fires it down the middle. Why? Why on a live com? And there is the full-time whistle. Nothing else really happened. It's been a humbling defeat for Man United. Man City, I mean, I'm not happy with that result. Yeah, not happy with that. Let's just get out of here. Get back to Old Trafford. Next up, Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Brilliant. See you there. And here we are then, the Real Madrid game. We stick with the 3-4-3 formation. Only changes that are happening. Lindelof comes in at right wing back and Callum Bacon comes in place of Dyson, who didn't hoover up his chances. It's a terrible pun. Terrible. Real Madrid, good. Yeah, obviously they're good. But they have got Wilfred Ndidi, Odegaard, Mamamana, Meret, Pasalac. Yeah, they've got some really good players. As I said, we're playing the same. I've got to give the players a chance for redemption after that last game. And they're going to be told that in no uncertain terms, really. I expect a much better performance. I have faith. End the team talk. Get into the kickoff. Here we go then. Man United v Real Madrid. A draw would see us finish top of the group, I think. Yes, because there'll be one game left. And would there? No, there wouldn't. There'll be 2 games left. I'm talking absolute rubbish. We're just going to... Well, am I? No, we'll see. We'll leave it a bit. So we've already injured someone. That's good. We've injured their striker, so they brought on Mauro Icardi. But Lindelof with a throw. Hernandez up to Lukaku. Lukaku with a bit of space. Have a shot. He does. It's deflected. Out to Ballart. Ballart keeps it in. Ball across, and Wilfred Ndidi gets it away. And Icardi's looking isolated up there on his own. But now Real Madrid launch a counter-attack. Pasalac to Asensio. Asensio, he shouldn't have shot. He definitely should have passed that to the right-hand side. Dedui into Ndidi. Dedui, we had a guy called Dedui in the NK Maribor save who was absolutely amazing. Odegaard to Tete into Ndidi. Real Madrid keeping it very well. Asensio to Pasalac. And again, they're just keeping the ball very well. So we're not going to close them down as much. Sibbo, who didn't have the best of games last time out. Hernandez up to Lindelof. Lindelof into Toss. Marco Toss goes round one. Gets a ball in. Bacon. Oh! Meret makes a good save and holds on to it well, and that's our first real chance of the game. Pasalac comes forward, ball across, Icardi heads it away, Asensio out to Odegaard, fires over. Great tackle from Hernandez, and can he launch the attack? It's 3-on-2, but Lukaku is so slow, but Bacon couldn't get there. What an interception from Mamana in the back for Real Madrid. Odegaard sort of ran himself into a circle, but done very well to get out of it. Asensio into Ndidi, out to Pasalac again on this left-hand side. He's got the overlap, Asensio. Dedui. Again, look how open they're leaving themselves for this counter-attack if we can get it. If we can just spring it. Kipembe up to Ndidi. Asensio around to Pasalac. Pasalac into Ndidi. Ndidi Wilfred, as if. I've never seen him do that for Leicester in real life. Wilfred Ndidi scores an absolute banger. Like, an absolute banger. Ndidi into Asensio, out to Pasalac. They're just passing it around well. We were keeping our shape, and then Ndidi got a bit of space on the edge. Oh, it's just frustrating. Up to Marco Toss from Lindelof. Marco Toss, do something with it. Squares it. Bacon! Yes, there we go. Marco Toss to Bacon. Wonderful stuff. Callum Bacon on his return from injury. Started with this free kick. Gomez played it along the ground lovely to Lindelof, who just dunked this ball into the channel. And Marco Toss got the wrong side of his defender and then used common sense to square it rather than nailing it straight at the goalkeeper like so many players do on Football Manager. We make it 1-1 as Pasalac gets the ball to Dedui. Dedui out to Kimpembe. This is the only thing about this tactic. If they send men forward, I want all these 3 to stay up because of the counter-attack that it offers us. This has all come from a Real Madrid corner, and Asensio shoots and Bailey makes the save. They played a corner short and just really passed it around the box and got into a very dangerous position. You see, we're massively giving up possession. We might have to try and fix that in a minute. As Hernandez gives it to Icardi. Icardi into Asensio. I'm going to hope nothing comes from this. Asensio on his own, and his hoof clear, and we couldn't win that header, but Pogba wins that one. Hernandez up to Toss, who does get there-ish. No, he doesn't, so makes a recovery. And it goes out to Odegaard, into Asensio. Asensio up to Dedui. Dedui to Odegaard. Real Madrid slowing the tempo down quite a lot here. Asensio out to Tete on the right-hand side. Ball across, all the way to the back post, and Pasalac hits the post, and it goes out for a goal kick. Okay, half-time, 1-1. Not a bad result. We have been pretty much completely outplayed. They have had a number of long shots though, so I'm not too upset about that. I mean, they're literally playing it. It's all been played in our half for them. We just need to spring this counter-attack. That's all it is. That's all we need to do. I'm wondering if we just make our wing-backs just sit on defend so that we don't really push up too much. I'm actually going to change this to low crosses as well because I think Real Madrid are dominating us in the air. They're stopping Lukaku play. I'm tempted to take him off, you know, for a Rashford again. We're going to give it a little bit longer. I don't know whether we revert just to a normal back three. None of the back three are playing very well. Let's go into the team talk and we'll fire them up. So I'm going to go for it again. I'm far from pleased. I mean, the goalkeeper's pissed off, but we're going to go bad cop, good cop with myself again. There we go. That's fixed the goalkeeper. So it should fire them up and make them a bit more motivated as well. We're still sticking on standard. I could go to counter because they're literally all over us. Let's go for that, yeah. We'll do first 15 minutes of the second half on counter and see what happens. So Odegaard has it on this right-hand side. He's putting a good pressure. Sibbo picks up Lukaku. This is the counter-attack I wanted to launch. Bacon to toss. Marco toss shoots. Oh! Agonisingly fizzed past the post. That's the sort of counter-attack I really want to launch. That's going to be the end of Lukaku's game. And do I go for Rashford or Macaulay? So Rashford, 6 foot, still got his pace, decent finishing, decent composure. Macaulay, 6'2", just better finishing and better composure. So Thomas Macaulay is going to come on for Lukaku. We're going to leave him in there as a 6'2". It seems that most of our goal kicks and stuff go straight down the middle. So Macaulay on for Lukaku. This is the first time I think you've seen Macaulay live on camera. He's very good. Intercepted. Hernandez straight up to Macaulay, involved in the play. It's a poor pass. Again, I've bigged him up, so he's going to be absolutely terrible. I'm going to bring Lovro on for a game. Lovro, and then we'll swap Lovro and Sibbo over. As we're on a counter-attack as we come back from those changes. Macaulay through one-on-one. He's hit the post. Oh, my word. The woodwork again. Just going to have a quick look at the analysis as we're going down to about 15 minutes to go again. They're pushing up so high. I think we're going to be in for a chance here with this counter-attack. If we've got the 2 wing-backs playing direct balls up the line, which is fine. We've got the 3 defenders forcing them to have shots from range. I think we're in for a good chance here. Nicking a goal on the counter. Corner. Hernandez, is it a better one? It is, and it's cleared very well. Pacheco will pick it up. And up to Sibbo. Sibbo's got a man over. Marco Toss, the man you want in that opportunity, fires it straight at Meret. And I'm not going to lie, Pacheco is playing much better than Pogba. Kimpembe out to Luis Fernando. Luis Fernando goes around his man, around Balart, and then he's sort of held up pretty well. Tete into Kesse. Kesse to Ndidi, who shoots from range again. If he scores 2 bangers in one game, I'll try and sign him on a free whenever his contract expires. How about that as a deal? Leagues and Champions Leagues are win on solid defences, and that's what we've got at the moment. Although we did just concede 5 to Man City. Just ignore that. Pacheco to Hernandez. Macaulay. Bacon might have nicked it. 86th minute. It's 2-1. Callum Bacon gets his second goal of the game, returning from injury. Oh my word, this could be one of the biggest snatch and grabs you ever see on my channel. Hernandez to Pacheco. Pacheco back to Hernandez in that little gap. Through to Macaulay. Macaulay on as a sub makes that... Oh, keeper's got no chance from that range when you've got deadly Bacon in front of you. Absolutely superb. 2 minutes to go. Macaulay intercepts the throw, but he's tackled by Tete to Asensio. Asensio's shot is blocked, and Balart blocks it very well, and it goes out for a throw. The highlight still continues. I'm wary this episode is going to be monstrositily long. Lieutenant Sibbo heads it away, and Ndidi. Kimpembe to Kesse. It's bouncing around. Pacheco gets away. Macaulay wins the flick on Bacon. Bacon playing toss or playing Macaulay now. He's tried to go on his own. You've got to pass that. Luis Fernandez. Pacheco intercepts Bacon. He's still got a ball in the middle. Macaulay flicks it on. Can't control it. The back pass. Oh my God, I'm going so high-pitched and hyper. This is incredible. Paslak. This is still pretty much the same highlight. Luis Fernando comes forward. Junks around Ballart's tackle into Asensio. And that's a terrible pass from Asensio. 4 minutes of added time. Paslak into the middle. It's congested. Ndidi to Kesse. Asensio, ball forward. Macaulay wins it and turns. Just pass the ball, run there, leg it. Ballart's down the line to Bacon. Bacon crosses it. Toss! He's hit the bar! Oh, that would have wrapped it up. That would have totally have wrapped it up. Tete, Asensio, Kesse. We're into the final, 50 seconds of the game. Luis Fernando. Fernando jumps around Ballart's tackle. Bailey with an easy catch. Just chill. Take your time. That's the one, Bailey. Long ball upfield. Toss wins the header. Lindelof misses the ball. Oh no, it's a free kick. Marco Toss pushed him as he went out for the ball. There's the whistle. Oh my God, we did it the hard way. 33 shots we let Madrid have. This one doesn't show how many long shots there were. I think if we just go into... I don't know. I don't know where to look. We knew they had loads of long shots. Callum Bacon, the absolute saviour. Thank you, my lad. That was very special. That was very, very special in the Bernabeu to go a goal down and come back and win 2-1. 1.3 million. Macaulay close to triggering his clause, which would... Well, that's all right. 150k is nothing. Well, yeah, wow. Well, yeah, brilliant. Gary Neville can go and talk to them. We qualify for the first knockout round, and Callum Bacon stars like an absolute hero. And there we go. That'll end the episode. I am going to update this end screen in a minute. It's looking a bit outdated now with the graphics that I know I can do in the image manipulation software I have. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please let me know who you support in the comments below. And whew, what a win. I'm out. Cheers.